Alright class, welcome back to Lessons with me, Professor Deathknight, world-renowned and highly qualified teacher of all things Raid. Last lesson I taught you all about the artifacts that you can get from Raid's campaign. I trust you all did your homework, huh? Well, let's put your knowledge to the test, as today we're talking about artifacts that you can get from dungeons. Is everybody ready? Alright, put those cell phones away and let's get started. We'll kick off today's lesson with the Ice Golem's Peak. Clysis keeps a bunch of treasures hidden away in his frozen fortress, but they can be pretty handy if you can get to them. First up, we have the Reflex Set. This 4-piece set gives the wearer a 40% chance to reduce the cooldown of a random skill by 1 turn. Imagine getting your champion's best skill a turn quicker. Oh yeah, it's good. Next, we have the Provoke Set. Now, I know what you're thinking.
Oh, Professor Deathknight, this is just the set that allows us to place provoked debuffs, right?
Just checking my notes here. Yeah, that's exactly what this 4-piece set does. Wow, I guess this teaching gig is pretty easy after all. This set is very handy for someone who can counterattack or just sit there and soak up the hits. Here's an interesting one, class. The 4-piece Curse Set. I would usually recommend leaving cursed objects alone, especially after that last parent-teacher conference. Ugh. But this set isn't like that at all. It gives the wearer a 50% chance to place a Hex debuff. Hex is a pretty rare and complex debuff, doing different things for different champions. I could spend the rest of the lesson talking about all the different Hex applications, but I've got more artifact sets to look at. Hit up the library to read up on Hex if you're super eager. The next dungeon we'll talk about is the Dragon's Lair. I mean, it makes sense, right? You want magical artifacts, you go slay a dragon and raid its hoard. Classic fantasy. So let's see what Hellraiser's hiding. First up in the Dragon's Lair is the Toxic Set. Don't worry, it's not toxic to you, just your enemies. I think. Anyway, as the name implies, this 4-piece set is all about poisons. It grants the wearer a 75% chance to place a 2.5% poison debuff. It's useful for dealing lots of damage to beefy targets with high HP, like the Demon Lord. Moving on from Toxic, we now have the 4-piece Frost Set. Wait, Frost? Dragons? Is that in the Dragon's Lair? Hang on, let me check my notes. Yeah, no, it's definitely here, not at the Ice Golem's Peak. Whew, sorry, that'd be embarrassing. Once equipped, this set will grant the wearer a 20% chance of applying a freeze debuff to an attacking enemy. Don't think this is just a little chill. Ooh. We're talking about being frozen solid here, folks. If you're frozen, you'll have to wait a turn to thaw out. Well, turns out Hellraiser loves hoarding crowd control artifacts, as the next one we're looking at is Daze. This 4-piece set gives the wearer a 25% chance to put your target to sleep. Oh, not bad at all. All right, who's snoring back there? Very funny. You can go laugh it up at the principal's office, huh? Remember, class, hitting a champion under sleep will wake them up. It's also not very nice. Now we're looking at the Avenging Set. Hang on a moment, class. Let me check my notes. Yeah, correct. Avenging is now a 4-piece set that gives the wearer a 45% chance to counterattack when they receive a debuff. Sounds pretty handy to me, but can anyone tell me when this might not be so good? Anyone? You there, Jenkinson, in the back? No? Well, I guess I'll tell you then. If he gets stunned, put to sleep, frozen, anything that takes you out of the action, then you're not going to be able to counterattack. Finally, the last set available at the Dragon's Lair is Stalwart. This is a solid 4-piece set and pretty straightforward too. It gives the wearer a 30% damage reduction from AoE skills. Handy against hard-hitting bosses and arena teams. Nothing much else to say there, so let's keep moving. How we feeling, class, huh? Are you still with me? Okay, we're on to the final artifact dungeon, the Fire Knight's Castle. Some of the most sought-after artifacts in the game are found here, so pay attention. Write this down. Let's start with one of the most valuable artifact sets for your damage dealers, critical damage. I gotta admit, this one is awesome. A champion equipped with 2 artifacts from this set will get 20% more critical damage. Need to pump up those damage numbers? Critical damage has you covered. From attack to defense now, we're looking at the immunity set. No, I'm not talking about germ immunity, though please all keep taking your vitamins, but debuff immunity. This 4-piece set gives the wearer a block debuffs buff for 2 turns at the start of each round. If you know you're coming up against difficult debuffs, this set will be super helpful. Let's stick with defense as we check out the Shield set. This is one of my favorites, and it's definitely one to bear in mind for your tankiest champions. Equipping 4 artifacts from the Shield set will grant everybody on the team a shield buff worth 30% of the wearer's max HP. But wait, it gets even better. That shield lasts for 3 whole turns. And as if that weren't enough, it resets at the start of every round. Amazing, right? Put it on your bulkiest champions and the hits will bounce right off you. Aha! Here's another one, Frenzy. A 4-piece set, Frenzy artifacts allow the wearer to gain 5% turn meter for each debuff they receive. If you're facing a debuff-heavy team, this can help your champions get back into the fight and interrupt your enemy's flow. I don't like advocating for violence, but when you're fighting for your life, all bets are off. Just be careful, yeah, class? I like you all. Final 3 set countdown, class. Let's do it. Here's another one for your beefier champions, Regeneration. This 4-piece set will heal the wearer by 15% of their max HP at the start of their turn. Obviously, the more HP the wearer has, the better value of the 15% heal. That's just Econ 101 for you folks. What a multifaceted education you're getting here. And then there were 2, and this one's a stone cold stunner. Get it? 'Cause it's the stun set? Oh, come on, that was funny. When equipped with 4 of these artifacts, your champions will have an 18% chance to place a stun debuff when they attack. Now, admittedly, it's not the best chance to land, but it's one of the best crowd control debuffs out there, so still worth considering. Give it to a champion with an area of effect default skill, and you could have a party-wide stun on your hands. Okay, class, we're at the end, and I've saved one of the best for last. You know how high defense targets are really annoying to take down? Yeah. Well, enter Savage, a 4-piece set that allows the wearer to ignore a huge 25% of the target's defense when attacking. Yes! Crush! Destroy! Kill! I mean, you'll be able to deal large amounts of damage. Better yet, it pairs with other skills, masteries, and anything else that lets you ignore defense. For your nukers and damage dealers, these artifacts are gold dust. Well, would you look at that? We got through all of that and just in time for the bell. Good job today, everyone. I'm proud of all of you. Next lesson, we'll finish off our focus on artifact sets by looking at those special few you can only get from clan bosses, arena, tournaments, and other locations. As always, if you want to contact me out of office hours, don't. You can find plenty of resources in the description below. Class dismissed, but don't forget, follow me at OG Deathknight on social media. Please? Please?